Okay. So you said the dude spent a whole career dragging and bashing black women because he knew it sells. Because honestly, if Cynthia G died and her fans called her the godmother, dudes would turn to black women. I don't think Kevin is the the male Cynthia G. I think somebody like a Fresh and Fit would be more akin to it, closer to the male Cynthia G. Um, because let me tell you what I've noticed about. So you think he's basically a more educated Fresh and Fit? See, here's the thing about him. So have you watched some of his older videos? Um, what's interesting, and it ties into something I'm going to be talking to well later on in today's show. One of his older episodes popped up on my feed yesterday morning. And after what had happened earlier in the week, it was just really interesting. But I'll talk about it later. But basically, there's a lot of times when he would talk about, um, like if you look at his older material, he's specifically speaking to men, particularly black men, and telling young black men, what black men need to be doing to improve chances at jobs, women, success, just all over, all around success. So he tell dudes like stop complaining, like stop saying, oh, like it's hard to find a job or it's hard to make connections and stuff like that. He's like, if you're not putting your best foot forward, then yeah, it's gonna be hard. And so one of the things he'd be talking about is dressing better, wearing wearing cologne, doing things that really presented an image so that makes it that much easier. Because he's saying, listen, it's a game, and we have to know the rules of the game and play by the rules of the game. And so I don't necessarily think we have to play by the rules of the game. I think we have to be aware of the rules of the game, and at the very least, know know how to use the rules of the game in our to our benefit. That's definitely. But we have to know the rules of the game. So I'm 1,000% in agreement with that. But if you look, like there was some times when he would get very blunt with dudes who, and like there's this one that's circulating on social media now. Dude calls in, says, "Hey, I think women should talk to me. I shouldn't have to chase women. I shouldn't have to approach women. They should come up to me and talk to me." And he goes, "Okay, how tall are you?" Now there's a dude he's talking to. Dude says he's 5'10". He says, "Okay, how much do you weigh?" The dude says he weighs 285, 280, 285. He goes, "Oh, okay. So you're 5'10", 285. So you're fat." He goes, "How much money you make?" Dude says he makes like $400 every 2 weeks. He says, "So you don't even make $1,000 a month?" And then he says, "Do you got a big package?" And dude's like, "What?" He goes, "No, you heard me. You heard me." He's like, "Well, dude starts studying and stammering." He says, "Like, do you or not?" He said, "Well, it's above average." He goes, No, listen. If you got a big one, you got a big one. So the point is you don't. So you're fat, you're fat, you're broke. He's like, why on earth would a woman be choosing you? Why on earth would women just be going up to you? You don't even have a big package. So what do women get out of choosing you? He's like you're delusional. And that bluntness people didn't like. But if you listen to the entire conversation, you got to acknowledge, like that dude thinking that women are supposed to choose him, and he's got nothing going for him. It's like, no, that's ridiculous. Like, get some stuff behind you, get something, have something, bring something to the table, and then you could say, you know what, this is what I think. I think women should be choosing me. I think women should be coming for me instead of me having to do the work of chasing women. But there has to be a reason why you think that your woman should be chasing you. But that's what happened with so many of these conversations with so many of these women that was like you would hear the sound bite, you'd hear the sound bite, and it would be like, oh, how dare he say that? But people don't listen to how the conversation started. Like I saw a clip of one woman talking about how She's in her, I think, mid to late 30s, has 3 children by 3 baby daddies who are all gangbangers. And she's unemployed. And she says, I'm looking for a man who's going to take care of me. And he lays into her. Because think about that. Why would a dude put himself through this? Think about 3. So even if he absolutely loves this woman and she's such a great personality, the fact that she has 3 children by 3 other men who are all gangbangers. Think about the added stress, drama, and problems that are almost inevitably going to come from that situation. So him telling her, listen, what? And she's unemployed. And so I'm like, listen, if that was me, she said, I'm trying to find out how to find a man. I'd be like, no, you need to find a job. Like that's you're unemployed, you have 3 kids, and you're worried about a man? No, you should be worried about being able to provide for yourself and those 3 kids. So I would there's times when he was less blunt than I think I would have been. I'm like, because some of these people that were calling in had ridiculous expectations. And if you take a look at it, it was the reason why it so often landed on Black women is because that just tended to be his audience. When white women called in, listen, he would not hold back either. In fact, there was not too long ago, about a month or a month and a half ago, he laid into this white chick who was calling in and making some he's like, no, your expectations are unrealistic. Now, I think there's a component to that where just because their expectations are unrealistic, I don't think that there's no way that they can achieve happiness or whatever. I think there's certain things they would have to do. But he was treating it as you are right now today, this is what you can get, and what you want, you can't get. Whereas I would have been more along the lines of, okay, well, this is what you would need to do in order to get the man that you want. And for some individuals, that would be a lot of work. Like you would have to put in a lot of work to be able to get with the person that you're trying to get with.
Thank you for checking out this clip from Escaping the Echo Chamber. If you would like to check out the entire live stream, you can click on the screen now, or you can click on the link in the description box below. I'll see you next time.